Hello, fellow geneticists. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld, the first Wendigo, episode 221, Charting Success. The first thing I want to do this stream is to show you Cathodon's latest update, which is a mod, really, that only benefits Wendy, which is this one, right down here. What this mod does is essentially does the math for me in-game so that I don't have to work very hard about trying to figure out who should breed with who. So the way to read this is the numbers are how many possible Wendigo genes that could be inherited if I get perfect rolls for RNG off of a breeding pair. So as you can see, there are no 11s. We do have some 10s though. Melkorich and Bryzit, Brahms and Bryzit, Brahms and Cthulhu, so on and so forth. The colors are inbreeding chance. So white is in the clear. The two individuals are not related. There's no inbreeding. Red, however, very bad inbreeding chance. And then orange and yellow alike. So this chart will dramatically help to figure out who should breed with who. And then also, it's a pretty effective way to see if there's anyone that should be tossed out, so to speak. Here, let me just... a whole shebang. So if we see like a specific individual that just doesn't have high roll numbers, it probably means that they're not contributing much. And then on these axes, of course, you have males and females. So you've got males at the top, females on the left, and then every possible breeding pair. Yeah, it's like AI Tinder matching. Exactly. It's amazing. And then I can also filter. So I can be like, hey, only include prisoners. So here are all the prisoners that I have that could breed with one another. Here's IVF donors, and cryptovats, slaves, and colonists, so on and so forth. So that will help out a lot. I left a note for myself from 2 weeks ago. So the last thing we did last stream was we captured a bunch of humans. You know, ancients that were in a cryptosleep caskets. And we have since implanted them with genes that we want to separate the genes out. So we're trying to separate out dark vision from gray eyes, poor melee from major cell instability, so on and so forth. So that is what we were working on as one of them. And then we were also hit by a ridiculously long eclipse. It has lasted 14 hours so far. So waiting for the eclipse to be over and then turning the grow lights back on so that we can continue feeding the vats full of beautiful, beautiful rice. Apoleus, thank you for the bits. Frostleman for the gifted sub. Bunnet for the resub. Zayla for bits. Cheers. And David for the resub. Hot dang. I will drink to that. So one thing I wanted to do is, because we kind of have a blank slate right now. A lot of the breeding, sure, requires it requires the fabricors and agrihans and some colonists that know how to farm. You know, we've starting to be rolling out farming colonists, but for the most part, that's all kind of taken care of. So the thing I wanted to ask is whether or not to take on extra projects. So, should we take on viewer submitted side projects? If not, if the answer is no to this, I can always play on 3-speed and try to get the gestation up. Because one thing that we have is some really good eggs coming out, and also pretty decent gestating specimens. So we will have the privilege of being able to hybridize even more and try to push up our breeding goals. For some individuals, like let's find mass on this list. There is really very little reason to grab eggs from individuals that don't particularly contribute. So I'm going to skip that because I don't necessarily need to have everyone down and out for egg harvesting. Oops. Brain destroyed by a RIP scanner. RIP, you're done. Come on, Eclipse. So Bryzit has lost control of Dai. One thing I could do is to have Orange Chaos phased out finally, and then as a result get rid of the 2 band nodes tuned to Bryzit, so that every power shortage and brownout and whatever, we don't end up in a situation where the mech is uncontrolled, and then Bryzit can pick up, we'll have 5 out of 6, and can pick up like another Agrahand or Lifter or something like that. I'll pull for that. It might be time to phase them out. Yeah, we're getting base-wide eclipses here. Man, we're just barely under our wattage. Oh, no, that's not true. As soon as we go up a little bit, more things power back on. One thing that I could do, side project-wise, although it looks like you're voting no, is to have... Wendy was trying to clean up the sea ice so that there is no pollution left. But what I could do, in the case of prolonged eclipses and the like, is to have a bunch of toxifier generators that I turn on only during eclipses to replace basically the missing solar, and then deflect them back off. Alright, should we phase out Orange Chaos, the Tunneler? In truth, I don't heavily rely upon mechs kind of at all. Most of our mechs just sit here as sort of like an insurance policy at this point. Once upon a time, we needed it. Oh. Yeah, we got poor melee out of Machinto. Cool. That's exactly what we wanted. So let's take a quick look here. So, Penguin, Boan can be reimplanted with genes that we want to separate, because we don't need their genes scanned anymore. Oh, Skyra, you are chemically fascinated. Oh, and the other problem is I can't really gene assemble because half of our gene banks are offline, so that's kind of annoying. Hey, Cathanon, I just thought of a mod idea. I'm just going to throw it out there. By no means am I trying to encourage you to make it, but it's one that I think might be useful to RimWorld players, which is to have a second type of gene bank that is for trading only, not for assembly, so that you can build that gene bank inside of your trade depot, kind of like a shelf, and load it up with like 10 genes instead of 4, and have it act as a way to sell your genes. And the way it would be is like you would go to the contents here and you would click like send to trade gene bank, and there so that it would only manually be loaded up, but essentially it would allow you to just automatically move genes that you don't want to a designated trade one, so you don't have to like do the juggle every time it comes up. It's just a thought. I thought that because as it is now, if you're wheeling and dealing with a lot of genes, it's very cumbersome. Like right now, if I wanted to get rid of the genes that I've separated out, I would need to like hunt for them individually, and then haul them away, put them in the stockpile, forbid them, and then like wait for it to be sold. It's just a mess. Wow. Okay, Coruscant, you're bloodlust and too smart. Are you trying to mimic Wendy? 'Cause it's working? Again, it's just a thought. Yeah, or just being able to tell them apart in the trade screen would be huge. Because like when I go in here and I'm trying to figure out what I want to sell, like I want to sell this one, right? So I can eject it from the gene bank. So here it is. But like I have nowhere, like I guess I can stop auto-loading it. And then like haul it over here. Right? That will work, but it will just like decay inevitably. I guess because I'm wealthy, it doesn't really matter if it decays, but it's still a somewhat imperfect, an imperfect system. I did want to separate genes out though. So let me take a quick look at this. And it looks like, I'll put 1 more minute on phasing out Orange Chaos. But it looks like that will be a yes. So other ones that really need to get separated out. I can keep doing the dark vision. We have great shooting and unstoppable separated. So I can eject that. And tell it not to auto-load. So awful plants, awful art, awful plants, so we can get rid of that. What are some, strong melee, pyrophobia, and piercing spine, all of which we have separated. So I can get rid of this. I don't think it would be necessarily a bad idea to separate out piercing spine from Imogen Drain. And okay, Orange Chaos is going to be retired. Maybe super sensitive? Oh, I don't need this either. Oh, that's not the one. Man, running a gene lab is a tough business. Ain't it? I could send the ejected ones as a gift. I think they should just be hauled to my trade stockpile, though. That's how it should work. So let's try to separate out Hemogen Drain from Piercing Spine. Oh, but it will require the individual to be hemogenic. And I don't think I have hemogenic. So I really need to scan hemogenic. So we can't separate that out. So how about I just keep going for the eyeballs? Ah, 0. You became a child? I think you can remain a colonist. Yes, you may remain a colonist. Cool. Oh, so here is some gene banks that we were like loading up previously, but I'm not gonna worry about that. All right, OC. I wonder how we want to go about that. I guess I can just permanently disassemble. Yeah, that's probably the nicest way. Okay, he is gone. So Bryson now has, oh, we also wanted to get rid of the band notes. Because really, I mean, Band nodes are really powerful if you want to control like a swarm of mechs, but then as soon as the band nodes go offline through solar flares or power shortages or something like that, all of a sudden you go from unlimited power to like having no army at all. So that means that in the end of this, Bryzet will have extra bandwidth. What should Bryzet gestate? So thinking about this real quick, if we go to standard mech tech, actually to basic, we could do another clean sweep. If you think the base is getting too dirty, another constructoid. Or an Agrahand. That would be another option. Those are all ones, or a lifter. I could do a Militor, but I don't think we have need of a Militor. Fabricor is only a one as well. Paramedic is a one. Personally, I like kind of know what I would do, but I'm really curious as to what you all would do. Yeah, so let's go with the list of 6. What to gestate? What to replace Orange Chaos with? Did I already assemble those? Holy moly, that was fast. So Wasp needs to go in here. And trying to get those eyeballs. Man, this is ain't this a list? It's too bad there's no operation like here that I can just scan. Because trying to find them in this with like a massive head cold with some sleep. Oh, he's in a xenogermination coma. So I can't even. That's why they weren't showing up. Alright, the other ones, I'm going to be recomaing them. There we go. And then pretty soon, I think I have the ability to do... Oh, yeah. I can do egg extraction. So soon we'll have a breeding period. And that should be made much easier with Cathanon's newest breed matching mod. Okay. Oh, I need your afloat. Forced descent. Alright, I'm gonna call this poll early. We're gonna go with the Fabricor. I personally would have gone with the Paramedic bot. We have a whole lot of Fabricor in the colony now, but we can go with another one. That's what you all said. So, Bry. Why isn't it not letting me... A high core... Don't I have a high core? Yeah, I'm staring at a high core. Oh, you know what? You might not... No, you do smithing. What gives? Oh, because it's Wendy only. Derp. Okay, Bryzik's gonna go do that. Do we accept the crash quest? So here are the rewards, if you're curious. 12 honor, an Arcat capsule, cat armor, and gold, or samurai helmet, locust armor, and uranium. We will be attacked by Tox Blighters, and it's someone named Kopi, and another civilian, and they need to survive. Once the batteries bounce back, I will turn on the grow lights. I haven't turned them on, but that's just because our batteries are still kind of down and out. So I'm waiting. Alright, wasps, xenogermination comas out in half an hour. And Star and Eevee can be scanned as well. I might... Oh, no, they can't. I was reading the wrong thing. I'm gonna say, otherwise I would want another scanner. I'll also run a prediction. Will I get the gene I want? Yes or no? So, just so that you know what this prediction is about. For Wasp here, I'm trying to scan Dark Vision. I want Dark Vision standalone from Gray Eyes, because I don't have it. And that reminds me, other genes that I might want to separate out, because I might get this first try, and then I have 2 more prisoners to be able to scan. Maybe elongated fingers from No Hair, although that's... Wait, how is this back? It, what? Did I have 2 copies of it? Iscandia, you became a child. Is this a good thing for you? Yeah, you can remain a colonist. Good for you. What's the advantage of splitting genes? So the advantage is that I don't have to implant them both. So for instance, previously, if I wanted to give someone poor melee, I also had to add major cell instability, because when they're in a bank together, they have to stay together. So all of my shooters who don't need to be good at melee lost the opportunity to take poor melee as a implanted gene, giving them 1 more metabolic efficiency to add something more useful. Oh, another one I might want to separate is Great Plants from Psychic Doll, so that if someone wants psychic sensitivity, but also to be able to crop tend, they can have that together. Honestly, given the bad genes are worth so little, I'm happy with them just like decaying. That's fine. I think in the future when I scan genes I don't want, I should just have them not autoload, and they'll never end up in my banks. I guess if I'm more careful about that, it will work. Okay, so you guys do want to accept a crash quest. What reward? So here are the rewards. 1 is 12 honor, 2 is an Arctic capsule, cataphract armor, and gold, and 3 is a samurai helmet, locust armor, and uranium. You pick. You know what I forgot about? I forgot that Tinctoria only requires 30% light to grow. So technically, the Tinctoria farm don't even need light, like a grow light. If I switch this over to some other crop, I'm gonna have to remember to fix that though. Alright, you guys want reward number 2. Going number 2. It's kind of an unfortunate spot because it's so close to map edge, but whatever. Can we start adding archite genes to prize it? No, I don't have any that I want to add. The archite genes I have right now aren't great. I mean, Deathless is like okay, I guess, but the thing is, he's a mechanitor, right? So I already have Resmec serum. So if he dies because his head gets destroyed, I'm gonna be rezzing him rather than making use of Deathless. So it's, you know, and that would be the only gene that would really benefit an individual, because he doesn't need gene implanter, obviously. Certainly does not need perfect immunity. Archite metabolism is unnecessary. I have 2 copies of it, in fact, and ageless is unnecessary. So Deathless is the only one worth implanting, really. And someone that has a mech link in their head shouldn't be Deathless anyway, because the only benefit of Deathless is, you know, loss of torso or limbs or whatever, so they don't bleed out. But all the mech controllers, the importance is in the brain, so, and Deathless does not protect the brain. At least that's the logic I have for it. Wow, we have so much more bug meat to process. The good news is the overflow corpse area is cleaned up. I am going to rally the troops. I should have just dragged like this. And, because shuttle's leaving in 5 hours. They're going to be here soon. Yeah, so Deathless does not protect you from having your head cut off or your brain shot and destroyed. Usually that would require a like a high caliber weapon, like a lancer shot or something. Smaller, lighter fire won't do enough damage to destroy that body part in one hit. And then it also doesn't stop you from being incapacitated, lit on fire, and then have you just turn to ash. So, Deathless is not God mode, it's just protects you from, you know, some stuff. Alright, Tox Blighters are here. One has a triple launcher. That would be the man to beat. Marauder should definitely not be near Jadea. That would be a problem. Alp's already taken friendly fire. Alright, so where's the tripper? Bargain. Okay. And Bargain seems to already be... No, he's not aiming yet. Okay. That's good. Let's have you just get smashed. And you're dead. Nope, Marauder. Bad Marauder. Do not shoot at us. They have a Hussar here. If we can knock down Hussars. Nope. Wendy, I don't trust the triple launcher being next to me. Let's get that out of here. Alright. They do have another Hussar. Stickiest and Whammy go that way. And then Wendigo chase. Mex, you are welcome to go back to your regen zone. I don't need you. And then everybody else. Actually, no, I'll have Wendy do it. Good job, Zleb. You showed up when the fight was already over. Alright, this fire might freak her out, but it's not going to be more of a problem than that. So you're a waster, you're a waster. I could take organs and whatnot, but I don't really want wasters. I do want this Hussar, though. So I was hoping to smash the Hussar. Azula. Oh, when do you control lightning or something? Smash this Hussar. Would you smash her brain out? No, you just literally just destroyed her entire torso with one Warhammer. My lord. Yeah, I picked the people with Warhammers because I figured those weapons were, like, less effective. Not more. We do have a corpse exchange and a execution ritual. So, to that end, yeah, let's go ahead and take those prisoners, I guess. Wendy is not one to believe in a whole lot of rituals, but the Wendigo are, or the test subjects are, so I'll allow it. Yeah, I want to get at least one more kill. I've only killed 3. I'm not going to get my full 5, but I want 4. There we go. What are you, hanging out with the royals? You're just being weird now. I mean, I know you're only 1 year old, but that's not how 1-year-old acts. Yeah, the reason not to use a Venom Talon is, like, if you really wanted to knock people out, probably the best way to do is to use a Plasma Sword that's really low DPS, have them get set on fire, and then just, like, leave them to burn, because people will tend not to just outright and die from burns. The problem with that is Wendy hates fire, so it's not really a strategy that works all that effectively. The other way, of course, is to use Tox weapons, but it was against a Hussar, right? I'm trying to take down a Hussar, so Tox weapons are worthless because Hussar are resistant to it. So, you know, the amount of time that it would take to take down a Hussar with Tox, you would only be able to achieve if you use Tox mines and like a Tox maze. You're not going to be able to get that done, you know, with just like launchers, because Hussars are like unstoppable. They're psychic death, so. Ghost, thank you for the resub. I do hope to have a good one. I appreciate it. Lances don't work because they're psychic death. That's why it's so hard to obtain a Hussar. You can't psychic shock them. They're immune. Yeah, anyone with psychic deafness is immune to lances. Oh, we did get dark vision on first try. So, yes, I got the gene I wanted. That also means that I can eject this one and not have it auto-loaded. And that also means that Boan and Penguin need to be implanted with other genes. So, what do we want to separate out? Oh, I don't need this either. Okay, forced descent is done. all the other ones are mostly cosmetic pairings, right? Like no hair and very sleepy is cosmetic because no hair is cosmetic. The only one that isn't cosmetic is the kind instinct and super size sensitive. Oops, I did not mean to eject that though. Oh no, I wasn't ejecting it. I was gene packing with it. So that's what I will do, is trying to separate out super size sensitive. Because there could be a case where I want one, not the other. All right, Bri, time to get your little fabric core. And that means we have a giveaway timer. Timer's up. For prize, it's fabric core. So historically, the fabric cores are restricted to fabric core zoning. All right. Good luck, fabric core. I hope you butcher a lot of humans or something. I don't know. Do what fabric cores do. So I got another archive capsule and some cat armor. I don't really see myself using the cat armor, but who knows. Oh, I am missing gene packs for this. How am I supposed to know what gene packs I'm missing? It's probably the dark vision, I'd imagine. Because there really hasn't been other changes. But now I can add awful or poor melee, as I didn't have that as an option before. But taking a look... No, I have awful shooting. Do I have nearsightedness? I don't think I do on them. Oh, no, I must, because I don't see it. Yeah, I do. Okay, so this is Cryptovet Mark III. Save template. Anything else I want in the Cryptovats? Give them long jump legs. But it requires hemogenic, so I don't think that would work. You know, I could actually give them major cell instability. They don't age while they're in there. So I suppose why not, right? Make them unstoppable too. All right, save template. I'm going to change the look of them. Have them be a little square because, you know, that's kind of their life is in a little pod. And got a new template for that. So I think all of the eggs that needed extraction have been extracted. So once we do our ritual, I'll do breeding. The rituals are going to require these Doom and Packed to wake up and move around. Bye, Latch. No mercy for Latch. Oh, the door to the prison is still forbidden? Actually, it isn't. Or did I just click that? I don't know. Blame Hey Cold. So, one day until Buen and Penguin can be scanned for their genes. And prediction? Will I get the gene I want? I'm just going to run that again. Yes or no? So, it's a 50-50. The one I want is size is super sensitive, separated out. The one I don't want is kind instinct. And then, well, actually, it's not technically 50-50 because I could also scan them banked together. I don't know what the chance of that is, but I know it's non-zero. So it's like 49-49-2 or something like that. All right, Raffle. Anubis Dark God. Oh, strange name for a Fabricor, but you know what? I like it. Another false god. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld, the first Wendigo, which originally streamed live on Twitch, July 23rd. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you'd like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and timers for upcoming streams, as well as a link to Twitch. If you'd like to join my online gaming community on Discord, it also has a link to Discord there too. Thank you so very much for watching, and a special thank you to my Patreon patrons, Twitch subscribers, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Hope to catch a next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow Wendigos,